Hi guys. I would like to talk with you about how this is important to take care of your thoughts. First of all, everything that you have in your life and everything that you will have in your life, it's kind of like continues the process of the everyday thinking. And before we will begin, I would like to start with you with a small exercise, but it's quite interesting because when I first time hear this phrase, it kind of like blow up my mind. The fact when you was born and the name that you have, basically it's information that someone told you in the past. You can't be sure 100% about when you was born, where you was born, what time you was born, and you can't be 100% sure that it is your real name. So if it is, if this fact touch some small points like your date of birth or your name, why we can't say that we have and we can use this theory about all of your life, what you like in this life, what you follow in this life, what you would like to have in this life, what is your values in your life. When I start working with the clients, I'm usually trying to figure out what the most important values in the life of my client, because I truly believe, especially in therapy, you can't use exactly the same tool for all of the clients because every person has their individual past preferences, type of connection with the world, type connection with your own self. And what I found out, a lot of people don't know, doesn't matter how old they are, 20 years old, 30 plus, 40 plus, women, men. I have different clients and clients from all over the world. And we're still human beings. And a lot of people, they just didn't have time or just didn't have an opportunity to think about what are my values about. Because your values is not just what you follow in your life. Your values, it's basically who you are. If your values is career, achievements, money, business, you're basically the person who creates a dynamic around yourself in your life, in your mind, in your actions, in your behavior that's kind of connected with this power. If you are, if you have in your values family oriented lifestyle, if for you it's very important to be surrounded by kind people, nice people who will support you, who will understand you, your behavior, your mindset, your physical attraction will be different. And what I really want every each of you understand. For me, in my perspective of life, it's one of the most important perspective of how you can think and how you can figure out the life what you have, that people can change. I don't know how it is in your culture, but in my culture, I'm from Russia. A lot of people like to say like people can't change. It's impossible. If the person is stubborn, he will stubborn all of his life. If the person is a bitch, she will be bitch all of her life. But I honestly don't agree with this topic. Yes, you can't change the another person, because if you want someone behave different, if you think this like, oh, I will fall in love with this person and in a couple of months this person will understand how I'm amazing and he or she will change special for myself, for me, this is a bullshit. There is a small percent that is possible, but probably no. Never start a relationship with someone if you have a small point of view that's like, oh, would be nice if this person will change in this way. Because if you want someone change, you always need to pay. We're always paying for everything what we have in our life, but the payment can be different. It's not just money. It can be your time, it can be your emotional volume, it can be your responsibility, it can be your stability. For me, it's very important to explain people that you can change. You can't change another person again, but you can change how you allowed other people communicate with you, and it calls self boundaries. But I don't want to really go deep in this topic in this video. Maybe we will come back to this video in another, to this topic in another video. But here I really want to explain to you. I like to research a lot about the neurobiology, and in the past I was a yoga trainer, so I kind of like a little bit understand about the how the body works, how our mindset works, how our physical abilities works, and how it's connected with our mind. From one perspective, I really want to say that our body is kind of like machine, because we really rely on the work of our hormones, of our organs work, and even emotions that you feel. It's not really the feeling and that who you are. It's a prediction based on your past experience. For example, you see in front of you someone smiling, right? And probably in America, you will think like, oh, nice, this person just is fine and nice and happy, because it's kind of like normal in your culture. In your past experience, you see, in your past experience, you saw that smiling people are usually nice people. But in my country, the culture is totally different. Don't look at me, I'm crazy Russian, I'm not like typical one. In my country, usually people don't smile with no reason. Like, for example, if it's a stranger, he will never smile to you. We usually smile with a purpose or with a meaning. So if you see a stranger in my country who is smiling to you, usually people in my country feel a fear in their body, thinking it's like, oh shit, this something's going on not correct. This person probably needs something from me. Unfortunately, it is how it is. And I deeply like to research about the work of neurobiology and how mindset is different in different cultures and different countries based on the politician situation, based on the economy situation, weather situation, so climate situation, and financial situation, not just in a country, but also for the society who live in this country, how they can manage the money. Because when you live in a poor society, it's quite hard to be happy. When your minimal base is not covered, you consistently will be in a stressful position and stressful feelings, and you just can't even thinking about the mindset and how to be happy, how to be kind, how to do a lot of for people. I really truly believe that to be rich, it's kind of like number one priority for all of the people, but to be rich in a good way. Because to live happy, healthy, active, nice, and calm, you need to have resources. And unfortunately, we live in a materialistic world where these resources isn't important. If we would live in another world where the value of the life would be paid by smiles, probably it'll be so easy, right? But maybe for Russians, no, I don't know. So you physically can change your mindset. Every one of us can. Doesn't matter how old you are. Yeah, maybe if you are older, it can be a little bit harder for you because you just have long and bigger experience that can really trigger your mind. But neuroscientists already proved that we have a neuroplasticity. How it calls? Such a hard word. I remember this meaning, but I don't remember the word in English. So basically, our mind is very flexible, and if you want, you can change it. And but the problem is why people can't change, because they have a trauma that don't healed, traumas that aren't healed. I will make a lot of mistakes in English. I'm very sorry. I'm a much better psychologist and English speaking person, but I'm trying my best. So thank you guys for understanding. Um, how works our traumas? Our traumas basically triggers our present and make the prediction of what will happen in the future. How I explained about the smiles, right? And exactly the same you can do about you can. Oh my gosh, my brain stopped working. And exactly the same you can put in a position about their, for example, work, relationship, business, improving your skills, improving your character. This is an incredible example. Like picture the guy thinking like, okay, This person, for example, really dreaming about the car. Okay, I'll just give this person a car. And the God coming to you, give you the key from the car, and you look at the God and thinking like, oh wow, this is the car that I really wanted all of my life. And you look at this car, look at this case, and you immediately feel a fear through all of your body, and you can't control it. So basically, you understand that you're an adult. You see the car, they give you the keys from this car, and you basically can just take it and go. So why doesn't it work for me? Why do I feel fear even no one around just like angry with me or fighting with me? Or why my mind start picturing some different things that separate me? Oh my gosh, I remember this word, thank God. Separate me from my goal, from my wish, from something that I really wanted long time. This is your old traumas. Maybe in the past, someone gave you the candy, and after your parent was angry about this. Or maybe before you give too much to your lover person and you really trust this person, and this person promises you so much that says she or he will always be with you, but after several years together, you was cheated. And if you have several experience like this in your life and you never was working with the traumas, your mind, even if you can take easily the good life, your mind will consistently create the feeling inside your body like you can't do this, because your body, the the main mission of your body, the main mission of your brain is protect you. For us, it's much easier to feel negative emotions than positive emotions. It's a process of the evolution. Because before, if you was looking at the sun, it was super happy, it doesn't give you really a lot. But if you remember that there, in that territory, there's a big lion who can catch me and kill, it's much more resourceful knowledge that can help you to continue to live. Lives go on, years go on, but our mind and body still kind of work exactly the same. And understanding how works your brain, you can improve your life. Even if you will meditate about the good life, picturing yourself that you have everything and so nice, you will notice much more nice things around you. That's work, 100% improved. But the ability to take it and bring to your life and feel comfortable having this, it's a work with your traumas. Because information about your trauma is saved uh, in this adaptive system of your memory. I was translating from Russian, sorry. When we fall asleep, our brain start processing the whole information that you had in your day. And if you have enough resources, even stressful information will be kind of like works fine for your mind and will go to the adaptive channel of your memory where you understand it like, I'm an adult person, it was not nice situation, but I could handle it because I have enough resources. But if you was a kid, or one day you was the person with less resources and you didn't sleep well and everything was so bad, and in a sleep, while you was sleeping and while your brain trying to put information in a normal line of the memory, something goes not right. And this memory, like a stone, was connected to the disadaptive disadaptive channel. So basically there is a different channels. And in this channel of the memory, you are the person who couldn't handle the trauma, who couldn't handle something that touched you. That's why next time, if something will trigger you, picture, sound, smell, situation, feelings, you will feel and you will react with your body like you are in this past time when you had this traumatic situation. That's why even if you manifesting the better life, when you see the opportunity to take it, you can just like freeze and don't do anything. To avoid this, you need to work with the traumas, to help yourself, to save, to resave this bad information in a normal line of the memory where you're an adult who understand I can handle everything. I have help, I have support, I have resources, and I have myself. And I can do everything what I want, even if it's hard to picture right now. Thank you very much for listening, and I wish you a really, really, really good day.